And welcome back to yet another review by Zombill. Today's review, we're going to take a look at what's called the T-VCT tank. And I believe that either stands for Total Vape Cloud Tank or Vape Chaser Tank. But that's the tank right there. And that comes to us by way of obsandsmoke.com. Now, we're not going to go to the website because they don't have any direct pricing information there. This is going to be mainly geared towards wholesalers, resellers, and vendors, which I'll have some information come up on the screen at the end of the review. But for now, what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the table shot. We're going to get a little up close and personal with the T-VCT. Talk about it. Come back up here to main camera view, have a vape on it, and talk about it some more. Let's grab a quick tube. But before we do, I must point out, I did receive this free of charge for the purpose of conducting a review, but my opinion of the product will remain true, honest, and accurate as always. Okay, so here is the packaging that the T-VCT tank comes in. And I'm going to have a little bit of information on the back there. I just wanted to point this out. This does have all the information you need right back here. One thing I'm not seeing on this packaging, because we know that this is a sub-ohm tank, I'm not seeing any warnings on here whatsoever. Now, this does come with a color booklet, show you how to assemble your tank, how to refill it, and change the coil head. You get a spare 0.5 ohm coil head, and you also get the tank itself. So now, this is the T-VCT tank, and I believe that stands for Total Vaping Cloud Chaser Tank. This is actually a pretty innovative design here too. Now, this is going to be made from a 304 stainless steel. And you have removable drip tip. And you have the, let's see, is that spring loaded there at the bottom? No, that's not spring loaded. This is a non-adjustable 510, which I believe is going to be gold plated. That is what that looks like. And you can see on the bottom there it says designed by OBS, Total Vaping Cloud, Total Vape Chaser Tank. So the way that this opens up to reveal the coil head is you unscrew it down here at the bottom. And there's your coil head. Now your coil head is, these are proprietary. I've not seen any other company use this style. Now they have massive airflow down here at the bottom. You can see that. And of course they have 4 massive juice flow holes. There's a little bit of an O-ring here, which is a catch for the cup inside the tank. And of course this is a vertical coil design. As a matter of fact, it's a parallel coil, so there's 2 coils, one on top of another. And this is organic cotton. Now there is on the inside without the coil head. And of course this has an AFC on it. If I can get the thing to turn around here, the AFC is, it's not loose, it's very it stays put wherever you put it. And you not only have one side here, you also have it on the opposite side as well. Now, the top of the tank, you have Pyrex, and of course you have your 304 stainless steel. It's a little bit different here. You can see down in there at the center, there is a point in the very center there that looks like a flat brick, sort of. That is for spit back protection. That's so that the juice doesn't come back up and pop in your mouth when you're vaping. Now, the way that this fills up, let me put this back together real quick. Fill this up, you basically just unscrew the top here, because this is a top filling tank, and you'll see that there's two holes here. You can fill from either one of those, and this does hold 6 mils of e-juice. Now, the interesting thing about this is there's another point here. This knurling here, that turns while it is on the tank. And what happens is, you see that? See how the center of that is moving? It's on there very tight right at the moment. But the more I move this piece around here, that inner piece here, let me put it on mod. Could better explain this while it's on mod. Okay, now when I turn this here, what happens is the inside crown is going to turn and close off juice flow or open juice flow back up. Yeah, that is innovative. You can either have it running fully open or fully closed. Depending on what kind of juice that you have. So, that is the OBS T-VCT tank. So now I'll put some juice in it. We'll take it back up to main camera view, and we'll show it in action. And here we are back at main camera view. And there is the OBS tank. Very stunning 304 stainless steel Pyrex sub-ohm tank. You know what, let's have a vape. I'm going to vape this at 30 watts, which will give us about 4.2 volts. Great flavor, great vape production, awesome. Now, I'm going to go back in and reinforce everything that I talked about down below in the table shot, just in case anybody's confused. Now, of course, this is a 22 mil atomizer. It has a removable drip tip that comes with it. It's a pretty good wide bore drip tip too. Now, this does have a, let's go back in there. Yeah, there we go. It does have a double AFC. So there you go. There's that. Right now I've got it about three quarters of the way open. And the one big thing, well, two big things innovative about this tank is that it is top fill. Okay? But the other thing is that this top section here will allow me to cut off the juice flow or open it back up. You know? So depending on what your liquid mix ratio is. Say like if you have a very thin liquid, let's just take for example, if you had say 100% PG in this tank, you could close this thing down to like to where it's just minutely open, and your juice flow is going to flow correctly for what the wicking does for the coil head. Now, if you had 100% VG, like what I have in here, you're going to want to have it all the way open so that that cotton feeds that juice. Oh, excuse me, feeds that juice correctly, or wicks efficiently to where you're supplying enough juice to that coil head. Now, I can't find anything wrong with it. In my opinion, this is one of the better sub-ohm tanks on the market. Well, will be on the market. I haven't found any vendors here in the United States that are actually selling this as of yet. But never fear, my peeps. When I go to put this up on Zombill's Vape Reviews, I will look to see if I can find any vendors that are selling it. Let's have one more vape and we'll wrap this up. Now, the other thing that I do want to talk about real quick is that you can vape this with the 0.5 on coil head. You can go up to 35 watts, but the problem that I've had with 35 watts is that you get that borderline burny taste. Okay, so I've found that it works its best for best possible flavor, best possible vapor production, maximum vapor production is at 30 watts. I mean, this is what I'm getting at 30 watts. Really good, really good. And the flavor is so great. I really think they've outdone themselves when it comes to the coil head design that they've done for this. So, on that note, for vendors, wholesalers, resellers, you can go and get in touch with Bruce. He is my rep from OBS. And for peeps that are wanting to look at more products that are coming out by way of OBS, you can go to obsandsmoke.com. I hope you enjoyed the review. Please subscribe to my YouTube. And as always, my peeps and peepettes, happy vaping.